Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one and all. Welcome back to the New Galaxy Gamers channel, and welcome back to a farm from scratch. I hope you're all doing well, having a safe, wonderful, and successful week this week. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you're a returning member, welcome back to it as well. It's great to have y'all here hanging out, having fun, all that good stuff, joining the conversation in the Discord server and in the comments section. I enjoy interacting with y'all, learning things from you guys, and I hope you're learning something from me too, even if it's what not to do. Okay. That being said, off camera, I finally finished downloading all the mods that I'm going to need for another series that I'm planning on bringing to the channel very soon for Farming Simulator 25. It's going to be kind of like an old school series that I discovered I kind of like too because it's kind of entertaining. So it's going to be like an old school series. Um, and we'll talk more about that later. But as you might notice, some of those mods are here in this game now, in this save now, in our A Farm from Scratch series. I figured we'd try out some of those mods, check them out as well. You got course play in here, auto drive, all that stuff is here as well. Course play does not seem to play so well with the hired worker uh, feature that Giants has put in. In my humble opinion, it would be smart for Giants to put in um, take the course play and auto drive mods, look at what they've done, those mod authors have done, and just put them in the base game so it doesn't break them. So you don't need those mods anymore. But Giants is improving on that really well, I think. So that being said, we'll go ahead and we'll get back to the farm. We've got some newer tractors, some new modded tractors that are going to be cheaper that we'll be able to play around with, things like that as well. So that being said, let's go ahead. We'll grab our coffee, our donuts, our bagels, our egg McMuffin, sausage, egg and cheese biscuits, egg croissants, fruit roll-ups, whatever it might be for our favorite breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack from our favorite local mom and pop coffee shop, and we'll get cracking. All right. So as you can see, one of the mods we've added is a net worth tracker. That's going to actually greatly help us. That's going to greatly help us on the farm. So that's one thing we want to do. Another one is a line of credit, which right now we don't have any reasons. Anyway. So there is that for the farm. So we do have that. Now, I am not too familiar with autopay with the course play mod. I had it in FS20 in Farming Simulator 22, but I didn't use it. So I think we'll probably be okay. All right. So if you remember, in the last episode, we went ahead and we planted our wheat. We need to fertilize our fields today. So that is going to be the first thing we're going to do, and I think I did bring home the fertilizer already. Check. Here's the seed. uh, oh, I must not have a chainsaw. Okay. Oh. Oh, I can set that too now. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, turn this. There we go. What is this? All right, there's our fertilizer. All right, so let's grab our... in here. Oh, I put fertilizer in here already. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll grab this and we'll do this. Now, is this going to play the same game with me as... No. Okay, so we'll get our fields fertilized. So the course play problem must just be in my off-camera map. All right. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll get this all done. Get it all fertilized because we want to make sure that we get good crops. So yeah, anyway, we've got the map, the mods and everything for the new series. Just gotta buy one DLC, which is the fishing DLC for Farming Simulator 25, and then we'll be able to do that series too. There we go. Get the first headland done. It's actually not using that much fertilizer. That's a good thing. Didn't use really all that much for that first headland. So maybe I'll be a cheapskate and get 2 full bags done, these 2 fields done, that much of a worry. Guess we'll find out, right? You know, I was thinking about it as I was downloading all those mods, and that's a lot of mods. There were like 240 some odd mods that I had to download for that series. But it'll be worth it in the end, I think. One thing that did occur to me, well, a couple of things occurred to me. One is going to be from a software developer standpoint, and one's just me nitpicking, I guess, to some degree. The first one is, it would be nice if Giants could set it up so that you could create collections of mods. You know, create a mods list and have it stored somehow so that you can select the collection of mods you want with a map. So you don't have to keep re-downloading it all the time. That would be nice. You know, City Skylines 2, they're starting to do that now too, where you can create a mod collection and do it that way. Steam allows you to do it, but that assumes you have the Steam Workshop, and I don't think Farming Simulator does, because they like to use their own, they like to use Mod Hub for that, which I don't blame them. Paradox is starting to do the same thing as well. So, there is that little bit of a problem. But it would be nice. I'm not saying I have to do it. I'm just saying it would be useful. The other thing I would want to tell people is, please be careful what sites you are getting your mods from. Because there are some sites, King Mods is one of them, where you can go and get mods and you end up getting all this ad stuff and spyware and spam when you click links there. So please be careful with that. Get your mods from trusted sites that don't do that, like Mod Hub. If you get it from Mod Hub, it's there on Mod Hub. It's been tested by Giants to work for Farming Simulator. And I'm saying that for all games, really. Not just Farming Simulator, because it's very easy to have cookies and whatnot downloaded and saved to your browser's cache without you even knowing it, that you really do not want. So it's just something I would encourage. Because I went to try to download a mod from King's Mod, and I saw all the ads coming up in their links. They have redirects in there for their links, I think, and it's redirecting to all kinds of spam and all that nonsense, and so that's a no-go for me. So I just said, nah. So it's something to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Only use trusted sites. For Farming Simulator, Mod Hub is probably the best place to go, because the mods will have been tested by Giants, so you know the conflicts with other mods should be minimal at best, and with the base game. That is one thing I do like about Giants. Paradox, you're going to end up having to use the Paradox mod Workshop anyway. If your game is from Paradox, they're kind of leaving the Steam marketplace. So for City Skylines, you kind of got to use the Paradox mod workshop anyway. Space Engineers, if you got your game through Steam, you can use the Steam Workshop for that. You know, always look to the game author to tell you what the best site is for their mods if they allow it. And game authors, you should be careful about what sites you allow your mods to be on. The mods for your game to be on. So that's a developer thing, really. It's a security risk, and I want all you guys to be safe and secure on the internet too. So anyway, we're actually doing good. We're actually not using all that much fertilizer, so that's a good thing. That's good news. And I think some of it's because this is a grass field before. Alright. We'll get this field modded up, and we'll get this application of fertilizer on this field, and then we'll quickly do the other field. That'll get that done. And then we shall talk about what we want to do next. I will be glad when we don't have to use these hand tools anymore. So I did download the mods yesterday. I finished downloading the mods over the weekend, and 242 mods is like, wow. Anyway, after downloading those mods, I proceeded to create an off-camera world, an off-camera game save, and as I wanted to start testing the mods. Some mods I found don't work together Some mods I found don't work together very well, or at least they weren't on that map. Horseplay seems to be playing nicely with the AI worker, or the NPC worker here, so on this map, so it doesn't seem to be that big a problem. Now, I might go into the other map off camera later, and I might find that it's working fine. I've had that happen where mods initially don't work the way they should, and then when you reboot the game later on another day, it works. So, well, reload the game, reload the save, it'll start working correctly. So that might be happening too. We're actually doing really good. I'm surprised that our fertilizer use is this low. But then again, like I said, it is a grass field, so. We'll get all this fertilized. All right. So, I really want to clean that up. You see the side of the little shed there? With all the weeds and the overgrown brush. I'd really like to clean that up a little bit. And we could get like 6 or 7 bales out of that. Or 5 or 6 maybe. Which we could turn around and sell. So maybe we'll do that. Because we already got our crops planted, so. And we got a lot more mowing to do before we do anything more with hay or with creating fields. Right. Get this bad boy fertilized. Now we are going to have to talk about living arrangements here on the farm. Because quite frankly, sleeping in that shed every night's not a good idea. Anyway, we'll talk about that too. I do have ideas about that. So right now we're probably about, we're almost halfway done fertilizing this field. Now, if you look way off in the distance where that hill is over there, I was thinking we could probably put our house up there. Have it sitting on top of a little bit of a knoll, a little bit of a hill. Yeah, we need to clean that up. So let's talk about what I'm thinking about as far as tractors now. Well, we're fertilizing. All right, so we can get this one for 39,400. I think the one we were talking about getting last time was a little. I think it was a little cheaper. No, we were gonna need 69,000 anyway, weren't we? Yeah. So yeah, that might actually be the one I was thinking of. All right, so now there are these, but I don't know. This horsepower wise. Well, that's 170 horsepower. That actually might work. Yeah, that might work actually. I do that tractor. Man, that tractor kind of does remind me of when I was. Wonder. I don't think his. I don't. I don't think Ben's had this one. I don't. This is a farm all, but I don't think we. This kind of does remind me of the models that the tractors we had when I was a kid. I don't think that that's the exact one. All right, so that's the tractor. I'm thinking we'll pick up. We could pick up that farm all for if it, assuming it works the way we want it to. We could pick that up for a good chunk. There's some nice tractors, really. I admit, like that one, but I do not like the. Oh, this one actually. Ugh. Yeah. 125 horsepower. Five. Not a bad tractor. It kind of does remind me of the one we had. I don't think it. I. Or if that was the 18. I'd rather buy that Farmall. Where is it? Oh, John Deere. That's gonna. Really, a John Deere for 2,500? Oh, it's only 40 horsepower though. I was gonna say this does actually look like the one we had. All right. That's where I screwed up the. I'll bet that's what I. Okay. Well, that's 93 horsepower. That's actually not bad. I do like that John Deere. All the attachments that should work. How much do they want for this? Ooh, 60. I think we better stick with that Farmall, guys. Where's that Farmall? Well, now it's gonna play games with me and hide it, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh no, it's right here. All right. So if we go with this one, this is 6,100. I can live with. Yeah, I can live. Because you could put the cab on here. That. Yeah. I like that. And I jump it up to 9 grand. Oh, I like that. Oh, there you go. That'd give you 7,300 for that. That's kind of cool. But I think. All right, I think that would be fine. 6,600 is what we would need. Now that'd jump you up to 81. Wait a minute, what's the difference? Don't really see the... Okay. All right, so it's really doing it to the front. I do like that farm also. That would be 6,600. Do it. And that actually do a lot of work for us on the field. So if we were to do that one, we could then come down here. We actually might be able to buy a baler. Grassland. We could buy a mower. And probably what I would do is I would buy this one for 1,500, assuming that would work. That would actually do us pretty good. And then, well, getting a tedder. Got a cheap one. Well, there is that one. That would go. That's the cheap one we can get. I admit it would be annoying. But yeah, we could get one of these. So that'd be 566. So if we got like 10K, we could probably do it. Windrower. I could probably do it. Could do it with 2,500 for that. See, I don't know what the difference. I don't know why you'd call that a windrower. Tried to use that as pass that off as a header. So there's that option. There are a couple options which we could do, but having a tractor on the field, on the farm, would be nice. So I think that's going to be our goal, is to get that tractor, because then that would mean we can get rid of these hand tools, these hand pushable stuff. And I think we could do it with like 10 to 20 grand. Half a bag, almost. We're only going to have, 61%. And we're little over halfway done this field now. So that's good. So that's what I'm thinking. Because I'd like to get a tractor on the farm so that we don't have to use the hand tools anymore. We can get rid of them. And that would actually probably help us out a little bit. And it would make things a little bit faster. Not by much. But it would make us feel good. We'll graduate it to a tractor. Oh, that's the other thing. Need a trailer. That would be the first? Well, if we bail it, is there a trailer that we could use that would be enough work? Really? You want to charge me $0 for that? Okay. I'll take that. Huh. Notch 0. What's the difference? I don't get it. There's literally no difference. I wonder if one of these is more of a test mod. That really actually. Wait a minute. I gotta try something, guys. No way. It just let me buy it and I didn't have to. Okay, well. Okay. Alright, well. Guess we won't have to worry about a baling trailer. Okay, I needed to refill on my coffee real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it looks like we got a baling trailer for $0. I wonder if that's a mistake. That's gotta be a mistake. Because I don't really see a difference between the two trailers. So worst case is I will just what we'll do is we'll call that a lease or a loan. You know, we'll just say the store is letting us use it, and then when we can afford it, we'll buy it. We'll spend the money for it. Because the two notch trailers in the bale wagons there, I don't really see a difference. Now maybe there is, and I just don't see it. I think the mod author might have made a mistake there, but I'm not sure. But to be fair, that's what we'll do. Alright, we're almost done putting the first application of fertilizer over here. So we are almost done. So yeah, so now we know our goal. Our immediate goal will be getting le tracteur and starting to graduate ourselves into implements that we need a tractor for. I'm excited. All right. Of course, we did that contract for the gentleman down the road last time. And I gotta admit, that really did not take us long to do that field for him. Wonder if he's got a contract for us today. Because that could actually help us. He did say if he has work that we'd be interested in, he'd give it to us. So he knows Grandpa. And there is no contracts from him right now. Okay. Maybe next month. Oakley dokley. Just under half a load here. We are almost done fertilizing this field. And yes, we are going to have to worry about getting a harvester too. But I'm hoping by that point we'll have enough money to be able to afford it outright and won't have to worry about it. Worst case is we talk to the store and see if we can lease one for a couple hours. By the way, what's in the used? I did say I wasn't going to do this, but oh, I really wish that would. John Deere 8010, 34 grand. Oh, bugger. Can't afford that right now. That would have been nice. I do like John Deere tractors. We had them on the farm and when I was a kid. You know, it's funny, I was thinking about it yesterday while I was testing mods off camera last night, and if it hadn't been for my eyesight and everything that I'm dealing with these days, I'd probably have a farm, because I did enjoy it when I was a kid. I like being outdoors, like working with things, like working with the ground. A lot of work, but I never complained about it, really. Kind of one of the reasons why I like Farming Simulator is because I can be back on the farm. Oh, by the way, Farmer's Dynasty has come out. It's apparently dropped officially, an official release. So we probably will be bringing that to the channel at some point. We'll see. But figured you guys would want to know that. As we are almost done this field. And we got our small wheat field there to do. So today is mostly a fertilizing day. But getting the first application of fertilizer on our field is what we need to be doing. Awesome sauce. Now, the next thing we're going to need right away is a weeder. If I remember correctly, I think I kept weeds on in this playthrough. And I'm sorry about the audio cutting in and out. There's nothing I literally can do about that. Microsoft decided to be a bunch of idiots. I'm going to blame them. We are almost done putting fertilizer on this field. Once we get this field done, we'll go ahead and we'll grab the other field real quick. But let's do this. So I do not get my eardrums blown up. Let's go over here and see how much a weed is going to cost us. Your weed. Those weeds. So if we buy the tractor, and we get a Weeda. We could get one for 6,500 or 4,200. This one requires 60 horsepower, so that would be okay. And this one requires 30 horsepower. So these two, those are the two that we'd have to get. Does look like that. That looks like. Yeah, that's okay. So those look like they're the two that we would have to go for. All right. So those would be the two we would go for. Now we could do this one for. If we really have to, we can do that one too. I don't want to do that, but if we have to, we know we can do it. All right. So we'll see how far we can get with that. We are almost there. Hooray! We'll get this field done. All right, this field is now ready. First application applied. Let's go quickly fill this up and we'll do our other field here. So that way we'll have the first application of fertilizer applied on both. That actually did pretty good. That only left us a 36% fertilizer, load of fertilizer, which is good. Let's do this one real quick. It won't take us long. We'll have our first application of fertilizer done today. And that'll be a good thing. And then next month we'll advance to the next month. We'll check to see if there's weeds we need to worry about. And we'll apply the second application of fertilizer so we don't have to do it. Because I don't think it actually matters. At least it didn't in Farming Simulator 22. It really didn't matter when you put the second application in. As long as it had 100% application of fertilizer, it seemed to be fine. So I don't know if that actually matters in Farming Simulator 25 or not. I guess we'll find out. But it really didn't seem to matter as long as you had both applications. It gave you the bonus for it. So me see something real quick, ladies and gents. If I did actually enable weeds, because I don't remember if I did. No, they're off. Okay, so we don't actually have to worry about weeds. All right. Probably should. All right, so we don't need the weeder. Unless you guys tell me in the comments you want me to turn the weeds on. If you want me to turn that on, let me know in the comments section. I think one full bag of fertilizer is gonna one of those big bags is gonna be just fine for the year. I really don't think we're gonna be planting much. Next month, be getting ready for winter. Oh yeah, I need to remember to get that mod too. The firewood mod. Grab that mod right now. Let's. All right, so grab that while thinking about it. And got ching. Now I do kind of like the idea of being able to take the product to sale. I don't like this idea of um I don't really like the idea that it I mean I understand the auto sale, but I think it for me anyway, um for me anyway, I like the immersion of being able to take the pallets of firewood, for example. I like being able to take that and sell it. So, I don't think if we do use it, we probably won't It looks like. Yeah, okay. Um, I think what we'll do is we probably will have um we probably will have a rule that requires us to actually um not just auto sell stuff, our products. I think that would be the better way to do it, to be honest with you. I like the immersion better than anything. And we're done here too. Okay, cool. This field actually did not use anything, really. Alright, so that's good. So we've got our field, the first application of fertilizer on our fields. I shall take this back over here so that next month we can hit the next month and we can apply the second batch of fertilizer. Let's actually top you up. There we go. And because we know where it is, we'll leave it there for now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting somewhere. Haha! We got our first batch of fertilizer in place, and it has been applied today, so we got something done. Tomorrow, let's see, we'll go back, we'll do some more cutting. We'll talk in the next episode, I think, about what I want to do, and we'll see what happens from there. But from that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Smash that bell notification icon to let yourself know when the next video comes out. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, your pet kitty cat, pet puppy dog, pet parakeet, pet bunny rabbit, pet guinea pig, pet leopard, pet bobcat, I don't know. But if you like today's video, you can hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification icon and share the link to the channel with others. It does help our wonderful channel grow, helps our wonderful community grow as well. Right at last count, we are at 116 subscribers. I'd love to get that up to 200 really soon. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed today's video, and I do hope that you have a safe, wonderful, and successful rest of your week. And with that being said, I shall see you all in the next episode of A Farm from Scratch right here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming!